Afternoon campers, welcome back to the channel. Right, it's that time of the year when me and my mate Giles, who's just over there somewhere, he's vlogging as well, we're going on our annual camping trip. So we are going to do what these machines are designed for. We're going to load them up with camping stuff. I'll show you a bit later on what I'm taking, but we're going to do what these machines were designed for, and that is to go places and have some fun. So join us in the air and I'll tell you a little bit more about where we're going. Hey, prop! Hello, hello, hello! Dialing more traffic, Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-ray to any channel on frequency for a radio check. Don't laugh, this is why they didn't work. Yeah, it does help if you plug your helmet into your radio. You get slightly better signals that way. I did that on purpose for entertainment value, obviously. Let's try again. Dialing more traffic to any station on frequency. This is Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-ray for a radio check.
Papa X-ray from Golf Romeo Foxtrot, readability 5, how many?
5 also. Turns out it works better if you plug it in. Right on cue. Thank you very much, Barry. Right, I am a little bit apprehensive about this takeoff because I've got 18 litres of fuel on board, which is quite a lot. I'm also loaded up with camping equipment and I've eaten rather a lot of pies. So I am heavier than I've ever been with this aircraft. I have done the weight and balance calculations. I am within limits. It's also a warm day, which doesn't help. So I'm expecting a longer than usual takeoff roll, so right to the end of the runway, give myself as much as possible. Okay, I definitely cannot go any further than this. Full power, ready to go. Dialing more, Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-ray, taking off at 19 and departing the circuit to the south. Dialing more. Right, let's go. Well, that's my first Vera laid. I've managed to get in the air. Climb rate's not spectacular though. I wasn't expecting it to be. So with everything all on board and me about as heavy as I'm ever going to be, I'm getting a climb rate. At the moment it's showing 3.5 metres per second. I do wish it'd show it in feet per minute because I know what that means. I'll do the calculation, I'll put it on the screen. Right, so we're up at 2,000 feet, that's about cruisy height. So let me tell you a little bit about where we're going and what the plan is for today and tomorrow. When Giles and I both took ownership of our FlyLight 9 machines, we both quite quickly realised that the wing in particular opens up a lot of opportunities. It cruises a lot quicker, certainly cruises a lot quicker than my old Fox 13 TL wing. That cruised at 38 miles an hour, this cruises at over 50. And it also cuts through turbulence and stuff like that, so it opens up more opportunities, particularly the opportunity to go further. So last year me and Giles went to Stoke Golding Airfield. I'll put a link to that video up on the screen. But this year we decided we wanted to go camping again, but we wanted to take advantage of these wings and go a bit further. So Today we are flying from Darley Moor and we are flying to Shobdon Airfield. Let me show you where we're going and the route that we're taking.
Shobdon Aerodrome is a busy airfield situated 6 nautical miles west of Leominster in the county of Herefordshire. The airfield has got an 810 metre long grass runway and an 836 metre long tarmac runway, both oriented 2608. There's also a smaller 308 metre long grass strip for microlights to practice landing without clogging up the circuit for larger aircraft. The airfield was first used in 1940 by the British Army as a reception point for casualties from the Battle of Dunkirk, and then in July 1942 the RAF No. 1 Glider Training School moved to Shobdon, and during the course of World War II trained over 1,300 glider pilots who were involved in the D-Day landings and the battles of Arnhem and the Rhine. Today, Shobdon is the home of Herefordshire Aero Club, and it's a busy airfield accommodating all sorts of types of flying machines, including general aviation machines, microlights, autogyros, helicopters, gliders, and anything else that cares to drop in out of the sky. Shobdon allows camping under the wing if you want, with access to a toilet, shower block and a laundry facility, or if you fancy something a little bit more luxurious, then there's the option to rent a static caravan on the site right next to the airfield. And the airfield is also home to the infamous Meg's Cafe, which I'm told serves a fantastic full English breakfast, which would be plain rude not to try whilst I'm there.
So it's a total distance of just over 70 statute miles. We have got a little bit of a headwind, although it's not massive. Flight time today is going to be about 90 minutes. I must admit it was nice to get in the air. It is a baking hot day today. Me and Giles were both on the airfield trying to leave it till the last second to put these flying suits on, because it was so blooming hot. So it's nice to be up in the air, and it's nice to have the air conditioning on. So that's the route that we've taken. If you are really interested in the route that I've taken, I will be logging this flight onto Avinet when I get back. I've mentioned Avinet before on the channel. I think it's a fantastic app. If you don't know what it is, I'll put a link in the description below as to what it is. Essentially it's Strava for pilots, and it lets you share your flight details, including your track, your height, your airspeed and all that sort of stuff, onto a platform that other people can go and have a look and have a nose. So if you have a look on the description below, look for Avinet, log into that, have a look for me, and then you'll be able to see exactly the details of this flight. Traffic. So there's just a light aircraft up there. We were converging. He was on the right, I was on the left. So one of the rules is on the right, in the right. So I had to give way to him. That's why you need to know your air law. So if you're a relatively low time pilot, and I still put myself in that category, and you're new to flying Flexwings, and you're wondering what to do with your newly minted license if you've just got one, I really would encourage you to get out and about, go and visit places. That's one of the great things about these machines, is they allow you to go places. Even the smaller single seat deregulated and even the sub 70 Flexwings, you can go places in them. Now, on your first occasion you might be a bit apprehensive about it. Try and go flying with a friend who's a bit more experienced, is one way of making it easier. But the other thing you need to do if you are going to go and fly away somewhere and camp over is do your research. If you do as much of the planning and thinking on the ground, it makes for a much less stressful flight. So before we left Darley Moor this morning, me and Giles had checked the weather, the F214s, 215s. I'll put links to that on the screen so you can go and see what that's all about. Basically it's aviation weather from the Met Office. So we can check the wind direction, what the visibility is going to be like, not just for today but for tomorrow also, because we're camping over. But then also you need to find out as much about the airfield that you are visiting as possible, and there's a number of sources of information to do that. If you've got something like Sky Demon, you can look on Sky Demon. They will give you a plate or an airfield information sheet which tells you what the runways are, the sizes, dimensions, the circuit direction, the circuit height, radio frequency and all that sort of stuff. That would probably enough for you to get there safely and land safely. However, if you're going to a licensed airfield, like today for example, we're going to Shobdon, that is part of the, is it Herefordshire or Hertfordshire Flying Club? I can't remember which one, I'll put it on the screen. But they've got a website, and on the website there is a section for visiting pilots. That is a gold mine of information, and will tell you everything that you need to know from a local perspective about landing at an airfield safely without annoying anybody, doing anything wrong or upsetting the neighbours. And then also, as well as doing that this morning, me and Giles actually rang the airfield, which is a requirement for a lot of places. It's called PPR, or Prior Permission Required, I think that stands for. And you can actually speak to the control tower, if there is one there, or the FISO, or the air-to-ground operator. Let them know that you're on the way so they can expect you, and then they can give you any information that might be particular to that day or to the airfield or whatever. Like, for example, today, we did notice there was a NOTAM, that's another thing you should check, notice to airmen, which said that normally there is a FISO operating at the airfield at Shobdon, but today, for whatever reason, I don't know why, they are only operating an air-to-ground radio. So again, a phone call to them just confirmed that. So if you do as much of the thinking on the ground, it makes the actual flight itself a little less stressful and a little bit more enjoyable. That is not to say I'm not going to be a little bit apprehensive. I'm always a bit apprehensive when I'm flying into somewhere new, particularly Shobdon today, for a number of reasons. One, there are 3 runways. There are 2 different circuits for fixed wing and microlights. There's 3 different circuit heights depending on whether you're a microlight, a fixed wing or a helicopter. They also have gliders operating from the site, and there is an air-to-ground radio, so you've got some RT to worry about as well. So with all of that going on, and it being an unfamiliar place, I expect I will be a little bit apprehensive, but we'll see how we get on. Where is Giles? I don't know where Giles is, and I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. I might just do a quick 360 just to see if I can see him. I can see him, he's behind me. We have a Fowler on our tail. Right, so that's the M6 motorway. I'm just passing Stafford. Take a screenshot of that. There you go, that's screenshotted. So one of the things that was concerning me about flying into Shobdon, apart from the fact that there are 3 separate runways, 2 different circuit sizes, 3 different circuit heights, fixed wings, microlights and helicopters and gliders all operating at the same time, which is all pretty daunting, but the RT was also concerning me. Very, very often, or it's not very often I should say, I fly into a airfield that has an air-to-ground operator or a FISO. So RT is something that I was a little bit apprehensive about, but I would say that if you haven't got your RT licence, if you're flying a ssdr or a sub-7C, obviously you don't need a radio, but if you get your RT licence, it does open up a lot of opportunities for you. And that brings me nicely onto the sponsor of my channel, QuizAero. Recently they reached out to me and offered to sponsor my channel by means of an affiliate sponsorship. So if you are a NPPL student, fixed wing or flexwing, and obviously you've got some written exams to do. Now if you, like me, fall into the category of somebody that can't commit to a ground school evening because of work commitments or sporadic availability, and you just want the convenience of being able to do it in your own time as and when you want, then QuizAero has just the solution for you. It's an online resource that gives you all of the information that you need to pass the exams. It also gives you access to a catalogue of practice exams, which is where you really learn the material, and they also offer an RT training course. So if you look in the description below, you will see a link to QuizAero, and if you click on that link, you will see two separate packages which are offered for sale by QuizAero. That's not very good, is it? The first of which is the full package, contains a bite-sized ground school, so all the material that you need. And the important thing is, it is all the material you need. You don't have to go out and buy any books or anything like that. Everything you need is on there. And then once you've learned that at your own pace, there are then also a series of practice exams that you can test yourself to see if you have learnt it as well as you think you have. And there is also an RT course as well to help you get your radio licence. If you are a fixed wing NPPL student, then the full package, which is also advertised down there, is essentially everything I've just said, plus also a video series which shows you in beautiful detail everything that you need to know in a visual aspect. Some people are better visual learners than they are readers. So the way the sponsorship works is if you click on those links below, you'll be able to buy those resources or subscribe to QuizAero. It won't cost you any more, but those nice people at QuizAero will give me a little bit of commission. So if you're looking for help to pass your exams, go and have a look. Right, so it's a 90-minute flight. I'm going to turn the cameras off because they will not last 90 minutes. In fact, I've been having problems with my GoPro cameras. If there's anybody watching this channel who is a bit of a GoPro camera whiz, please tell me, why do my GoPro cameras keep on switching themselves off? I've had a look online and it seems to be a bit of a common problem. And it's always the one that's on the wing, the one that's out of reach, that I can't do anything with. I think it might be because I've started recording in 4K. And I have heard that can cause the cameras to overheat. The advice that I got was to make sure that your GoPro has got good airflow. It's on the underside of a wing at 2,000 feet travelling through the air at 60 miles an hour. That is about as much airflow as I can give it. I can't do any more than that. But if there is anybody watching who's got any tips as to what I can do to stop my GoPro cameras from overheating, then please leave me a comment and I will read them with great interest. So I am going to turn the cameras off. I will leave you with a bit of music, and I will show you anything pretty that we see on the way, and I will join you as we get closer to Shobdon for the join to see how much of a hash I can make of that. So, see you there. It's an airfield down below. I just thought I'd turn the cameras back on here because I'm about to fly over Weston Park. Now, last week I flew into Weston Park because they had a model air show. And I have to say it looks a lot quieter today. If you've not seen the Weston Park video, I'm not sure which order these videos are going to come out, but if that video is already out, there'll be a link to it on the top. In fact, I've done two videos, one where I actually flew to the Weston Park, the actual flight itself, and then a separate video showing all the stuff that went on at the Weston Park Model Air Show. That was a fantastic weekend. If you want to go and have a look at that, then I'll put links in the description and cards to those videos. I've also found Mr. Fowler. He was lurking behind me in my 6 o'clock. So we have agreed that when we get to Shobdon, bearing in mind he is by far a more experienced pilot than myself, he's going to go in first, make all the mistakes, and then I'm going to learn from them and make sure I don't make the same ones. Right, just a slight diversion, just to give a bit of a sit rep, show you where we are. We've just crossed over the M54. That area in front of us, the built-up area, is Telford, and just this side of Telford is a little airfield. You might not be able to see it on the camera. I'll point it out with an arrow. That is Shifnal Airfield. So the reason Shifnal Airfield has a bit of a fond memory for me is because when I was doing my NPPL training, one of the things you have to do is a navigation exercise. So you have to navigate to somewhere else and go land at another airfield. And Shifnal was one of the airfields that I did my navigation exercises on. I've not been back. I would love to go back. I must go back. Let's add Shifnal to the list of places to go. So if this is the first time you've clicked on this channel, then thank you very much. Hope you are enjoying the content. Just to let you know a little bit about me and the sort of thing that you'll see on this channel. Obviously you'll see an awful lot of flying, that is predominantly what it's about. But you'll also see a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of how-to. Bearing in mind I'm not an instructor, I'm certainly not a mechanic. But I like to share that sort of thing with you as well. I'll tell you a little bit about this sort of aircraft, what you need to do to look after them, how you go about getting your licence. Again, bearing in mind I'm not an instructor. And then also the sort of fun things that you can do with these aircraft, like visiting places and challenging yourself, like climbing up to 3,000 feet, turning off your engine to see how long it takes you to land, see how long it takes you to fly around a racetrack. I do all sorts of stuff like that, and anything else that people suggest really that's reasonably safe and sane. So if that sounds like the sort of thing you would like to see, then I'll be eternally grateful if you consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get a bit of a notification when I upload a video. And also, if you're liking this sort of stuff, then a thumbs up goes a long way to help. The more thumbs up a video gets, the more YouTube shows the video to people, which helps me out and it helps the channel out. So again, a thumbs up would be massively appreciated. 1, 2, 3. Oh my word, it's got a bit cloudy all of a sudden. Let's get lower than that, we don't like that.
Golf Bravo November Kilo Charlie, keep a good lookout. We've got one Flexwing, in fact there are going to be two Flexwings joining from the northeast, last reported 5 nautical miles. They'll both be joining via the overhead. Okay.
Right, let's go for a
Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-ray, are you on frequency?
Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-ray, a firm on frequency.
Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-ray, Shobdon radio, it's 26 left hand at Shobdon and QFE 1008.
26 left hand and 1008, Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-ray.
Golf Papa X-ray, if you can give yourself a little bit of space in between your friend Romeo Foxtrot, please.
Wilco Golf Papa X-ray. See, RT's not all that hard, is it? Ugh. I don't know where Giles is. I need to go in behind him, but I don't want to cut in front of him. But I can't hear him on the radio. Right. So that's
Romeo Foxtrot, Roger. Keep a good lookout for Cessna 152 in the circuit, just at the end of the crossover.
So Giles is on the dead side descending, so I think I'm safe to join. So 2,000 feet, I join overhead. I've got to stay above 1,500 feet on the dead side. I'm on runway 26, I need to cross over the 26. I'm saying this as much for my benefit as to yours, honestly.
Uniform, we'll position for northwest, yeah.
Uniform, Roger.
Shobdon radio, Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-rays overhead at 2,000 feet. We'll descend dead side for 26 grass. Shobdon radio.
32 Golf approach, 128, decimal 555.
Golf Lima X-ray, Roger. Thanks for the visit. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
Romeo Foxtrot, Roger. On the grass by the windsock, please.
By the grass by the windsock, Golf Foxtrot, thanks, bye.
Golf Kilo Charlie, southwest wind, southerly 7 knots.
Okay.
Shobdon radio, Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-ray is dead side descending for 26.
Golf Papa X-ray, Roger, you're number 3.
Number 3, Golf Papa X-ray. Number 3! Never heard that before.
26 left hand, 1008, and I'll taxi to Alpha, Golf Tango Sierra.
Golf Tango Sierra, Roger.
Shobdon radio, Golf Papa X-ray is downwind for 26 grass. Golf Papa X-ray.
Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-ray, Roger.
Shobdon radio, Golf Papa X-ray is final for 26 to land. Golf Papa X-ray.
Golf Papa X-ray, roger. North side grass is available. Surface wind southerly, less than 5.
Landing Golf Papa X-ray. And that wasn't too bad either. We've made it.
Golf Papa X-ray, you can park next to your friend.
Roger, Golf Papa X-ray. Well, that was a little bit hectic, but what a sense of achievement. We're down in one piece, didn't make an idiot of ourselves. Radio procedure was okay. I'm sure if I got anything wrong, somebody will let me know in the comments. My mate Giles is over there. Let's park up, set up, and enjoy the night. We're down.